Las Cruces experienced 5 weeks of extreme heat during the summer of 2020. Historic temperatures included 9 days over 105 degrees, something state climatologist David Dubois says is evidence of a larger trend.
The last 30 years, we've seen a climb in temperature. It's a small climb, but it's that continuous. Every year we see a shift in warmer temperatures. There are natural cycles that are going on, like El Niños and La Niñas, that we see up and down trends, but there's this long-term warming that's underlying all of that.
The rising temperature is just one reason Las Cruces has adopted a climate action plan with a goal of reducing greenhouse gas emissions 19% by 2030.
Realize that together, commercial and residential buildings contribute about 38, almost 40% of our carbon emissions for Las Cruces. And we want to reduce carbon emissions through energy efficiency and encouraging the use of clean energy through our utilities or other sources. And it's important for the city to have a strong energy efficiency codes and other regulations that lessen the burden for the low and moderate income communities, especially who are hardest hit.
LaRock also says transportation, the biggest polluter, will be a top priority.
Half of Las Cruces' carbon emissions come from the vehicles we use to drive around the city. And our system benefits those cars, and it benefits people who have cars and limits opportunities for those without them. Yet we all pay for road improvements and suffer from air pollution and the cleanup costs. And so to address this, we want to create mobile hubs where people have access to public transit, electric bikes, and walking trails. We want to develop compact communities that have all the services we need in walking distance. And for those that need cars, we want to encourage the use of electric vehicles.
Las Cruces City Councilor Gil Sorg, who strongly supports the city's transition to clean energy, recently spoke to KRWG about efforts to replace city-owned gasoline vehicles with electric ones.
We have 5 buses on order now. My goal here is when we need to replace a vehicle and there's an available on the market at a price that is within reason of a gasoline-powered vehicle, we convert to electric vehicles then.
State climatologist David Dubois says the goals outlined by the city are attainable, but he says residents without access to a cool location in the summer must get help.
There's quite a few people who have problems with extreme heat, and it seems like there's a growing number of people who are it actually affects their life. And so I think that is one thing that we need to follow up on, and I think right away.
One way LaRock is hoping to combat extreme heat is by addressing the amount of asphalt and lack of trees. This can cause so-called heat islands, parts of the city that can get up to 15 degrees hotter than other areas.
Those surfaces absorb the heat and radiate it out. And this heat continues to radiate out throughout the day and even in the evening. We need to be more deliberate about adding cool surfaces like lighter pavement or porous surfaces where water can soak through, and an increased number of trees. This could make living conditions much more comfortable.
Above all, LaRock emphasized the importance of adapting in a changing climate, underscoring her excitement for continued city efforts.
This is really an exciting time to look and imagine what we can do without being wasteful, without being so polluting, and with being more harmonious in our planet.
For KRWG Public Media, I'm Madison Staten.